On May 19th, 2026, Meghan Markle posted to Instagram. That is not unusual. She posts regularly. Her team is active. The content is polished, but this post was different, not because of what it showed, because of what it was designed to do, and because of the gap between those two things. This was an anniversary post. 8 years since the wedding at Windsor Castle. 8 years since the guest list that read like a Hollywood premiere seating chart. 8 years since the world watched, and 8 years is a long time to measure a gap between then and now. Here is what you are going to learn in the next 18 minutes. Meghan's anniversary content drop was not one post. It was 5 separate objectives executed in one 48-hour window. We are going to name each objective, look at the public evidence, and then ask the question that the post itself accidentally answered. Because when you try to accomplish 5 things in one content drop, you leave 5 sets of evidence, and this audience knows how to read evidence. Let's check the receipts. Before we get into the post itself, let's quickly establish where we are in the Sussex story, because context is everything here. In 2020, Meghan and Harry signed a Netflix deal reported at over $100 million. That same year, they signed with Spotify. In 2023, Spotify ended the partnership after one season of the Archetypes podcast. A Spotify executive commented publicly after that cancellation. The sentiment was not warm. The lifestyle brand launched as American Riviera Orchard in 2024 and was rebranded to As Ever by 2025. The jam, the candle, the honey, the brand. In 2026, entering year 9, this is the Sussex public profile. Harry has largely stepped back from public-facing content. Meghan is the primary driver of the platform. Instagram is the main vehicle. And the anniversary, May 19th, was a moment the platform needed. In my opinion, that is the correct framing. This was not just a personal celebration. It was a content moment for an active public brand, and the way Meghan deployed it tells us something about where the brand believes it currently stands. Here is what was posted. 2 Instagram carousels, one labeled with a sun emoji, the ceremony, the daytime photos, one labeled with a moon emoji, the evening, the reception, and a reel. The reel included several elements: a bronze penguin statue, Harry's anniversary gift to Meghan, 2 small pottery pieces, pink and blue, described as made by the children, footage of Harry and Meghan in penguin onesies from an engagement party years ago, Meghan's voice narrating the story, and the As Ever candle. The 8-year anniversary traditional gift theme is bronze and pottery. The penguin statue is bronze, the pottery pieces are pottery. Someone looked it up. That detail will matter in a moment. Keep it in mind. Now let's name the 5 functions. Function 1. Demonstrate relationship longevity. We are still here. We are still celebrating 8 years in. That is a human thing to post. No argument there. Function 2. Demonstrate family warmth. The children's voices in the background. The homemade pottery. The family is fine signal. Function 3. Revive celebrity adjacency. The guest list photos. The Clooneys. Elton John, Serena at the wedding. Look who was there. Look who celebrated us. This is the association recall function. You see those faces. You associate the Sussexes with that level. Function 4, brand integration. The As Ever candle appears inside the personal anniversary celebration reel, not in a separate ad. Inside the personal moment. Function 5, external validation as evidence of public love. The British Airways flight card signed by the crew shared publicly. Look, even strangers celebrate us. 5 functions, 1 content drop. The question is not whether this is calculated. The question is whether it worked. Let's look at the likes. 1 person of public note liked Meghan's anniversary posts. 1. Mandana Diani, a former Archewell Foundation employee who is no longer with the organization and who, by all appearances, maintains a warm personal relationship with Meghan. That is it. Not Serena Williams, not Oprah Winfrey, not Daniel Martin, not Elton John. And here is the detail worth sitting with. Elton John is literally in one of the photos that was posted. His face appears in the anniversary carousel, and he did not publicly engage with the post. Not Jamie Kern Lima, not Nacho Figueres. To be fair, completely fair. Not liking a post does not mean you dislike the person. Celebrities do not like everything. Silence is not proof of estrangement from any specific individual. That needs to be said clearly. But this is where it gets interesting. Function 3 of this post was celebrity adjacency recall. The post showed those wedding photos deliberately. The Clooneys, Elton John, Serena. The implied message is, look at the caliber of people who have been in our lives. If those same people then produce complete silence on the post itself, the function cancels itself out in real time. The viewer sees the goal and the result in the same scroll. That is not proof of a falling out with any specific person, but it is a pattern signal. In May 2018, this wedding commanded the attention of the world. In May 2026, the loudest supporter on the public record was a former employee. That does not tell us everything, but it does change how the post lands. Now let's talk about function 4, the candle. The As Ever candle is a product. It is available for purchase. It has a price. It is part of Meghan's active lifestyle company. It appeared in the anniversary reel, not in an ad, not in a separate brand post. Inside the personal celebration of an 8th wedding anniversary. To be fair once more, many lifestyle creators integrate products into personal content. This is standard in the creator economy. There is nothing inherently wrong with it, but here is where the Sussex platform creates a specific tension that does not apply to a regular lifestyle influencer. The Sussex platform was built in part on the argument that Meghan and Harry left royal life to live authentically, to share genuine moments, to be free from performance. When the authentic anniversary moment includes a product placement for the active lifestyle brand, the authenticity argument and the commercial argument now occupy the same frame. Viewers notice that what in this content is personal and what is product. The pattern around the brand suggests this integration is not accidental. American Riviera Orchard launched in 2024, As Ever launched in 2025. The anniversary content in 2026 includes the candle. Every personal window is a brand window. That is smart strategy. It is also, in my opinion, the reason the post reads as something other than purely personal now. The British Airways card. A card signed by British Airways flight crew congratulating Harry and Meghan on their anniversary was shared publicly by Meghan as part of the anniversary content drop. Here is what is publicly known. These cards are not uncommon. Airlines do sometimes mark celebrations for passengers on board. Whether this particular card was arranged, requested, or spontaneously offered is not something we know publicly. That should remain private. But what Meghan did with it is public. She shared it as content. Think about what that signals in the context of the 5 function post. Function 5 was external validation as evidence of public love. The card performs that function. It says, even strangers, even flight crew, celebrate our anniversary. We matter publicly. Here is the pattern this fits into. Across the Sussex public platform, there is a recurring structure. Something external celebrates them. It gets documented. It gets shared. The implicit message is always the same. Look how much the world loves us. The Oprah interview, the Nigeria welcome, the Columbia reception. Each of these was, in part, about demonstrating that the world outside the royal family affirms them. The British Airways card is a smaller version of the same pattern. External affirmation, documented and shared. And when the external validator is a staff card from a flight, and the internal validator, the celebrity circle, is near total silence, that gap is worth naming. Here is the detail that deserves the most attention. In the anniversary reel, Meghan shared footage from their engagement party. Harry and Meghan in penguin onesies. Meghan narrating, they chose penguins because penguins mate for life. This footage is from approximately 2017 or early 2018. It has been sitting somewhere for 7 to 8 years. It was not shared publicly before, as far as the public record shows, so why now? The question is not whether the footage is warm. It may genuinely be. The question is what made this the right moment, not year 5, not year 10, year 8. In the creator economy, The most powerful content is first access content, something the audience has never seen before. It feels more intimate. It creates a sense of being let into something private. It drives engagement. If this footage was private for 8 years, what changed? One explanation is brand timing. The A's Ever brand needs warm, authentic content. Engagement party footage hits every mark. It is joyful. It is private. It is first access. It integrates naturally into the anniversary window. Another explanation is simpler. It is a nice memory. They wanted to share it. That is allowed. Both can be true. They are not mutually exclusive, but the pattern around when private moments get shared publicly on this platform consistently aligns with commercial or brand windows. And once you notice the pattern, you cannot unnotice it. Let me name the celebrity distancing pattern cleanly, because this is a thread worth pulling. In 2018, the Windsor Castle guest list included Amal and George Clooney, Victoria and David Beckham, Serena Williams, Elton John, Oprah Winfrey, Priyanka Chopra, and a large contingent of Hollywood names. Many attended who, even at the time, were publicly noted as not being close to the couple. By 2023, the Spotify deal had ended. Several public figures had quietly reduced their visible association with the Sussex platform. By 2024, the Victoria Beckham relationship had become publicly documented as strained following the Netflix documentary. By 2025, the A's Ever launch received a largely muted response from the celebrity world that might have been expected to amplify it. Serena Williams' reaction to receiving the As Ever products was captured on video and went viral. The reaction was not what the brand intended, and in 2026, on the 8th anniversary, Elton John, photographed at the wedding, pictured in the anniversary post, did not publicly engage with the content. The trajectory from 2018 to 2026 is the receipt, not any single moment, the arc. That does not prove estrangement from any specific individual. What it does suggest is that the celebrity adjacency that Function 3 was trying to activate no longer works the way it did in 2018. Using those faces while receiving that silence may have produced the opposite of the intended effect, to be fair. And I mean that seriously. Meghan and Harry have been married for 8 years. That is a real milestone. Sharing it publicly is not strange when you are a public figure with an active platform. The engagement party footage, the pottery, the penguin gifts, these could genuinely represent private family warmth that they chose to share. We do not know what was not posted. We do not know what stayed private. What remains private should remain private. The British Airways card may have been genuinely offered and warmly received, and celebrity likes, or the absence of them, are not proof of anything concrete about any specific relationship. The counterpoint is this: it is possible to look at every single element of this post and find a genuine personal explanation for each one. That is genuinely possible. The question this video is asking is not whether any single element is manufactured. The question is whether the cumulative structure of a 5-function content drop released on a personal milestone with brand integration built in and the silence of the celebrity world in the background tells us something about where the Sussex public image actually stands. The honest answer, in my opinion, is yes, it does. Here is what 8 years of public record actually shows us. In 2018, the Sussexes had royal titles, a global platform, a celebrity guest list, and what appeared to be a genuine wave of international goodwill. In 2026, they have an active lifestyle brand, a populated Instagram, some valuable Netflix content, and a content strategy that is still working to rebuild the celebrity adjacency and public warmth that those early years provided. The anniversary post was not a failure. It was a content drop that did some things well and revealed some things clearly. What it revealed is this: you can post the Clooney photos, you can show the penguin onesies, you can integrate the candle, you can share the flight card, but you cannot manufacture the response from the people who were in those photos, and the gap between the images and the silence is the most honest receipt in the entire post. 8 years in, one former employee liked it. The question for year 9 is simple: is the celebrity circle rebuilding, or is the content going to keep doing the work alone? Leave me your read in the comments, because that question, in my opinion, is what the next chapter of this story is actually about.